While most bullying is verbal, some of it, especially among guys, is physical. Some people are getting constantly pushed, punched, or tripped in the hallway. Or they may get their lunch trays knocked down or their milk poured over their heads. If this is happening to you, how can you make it stop? Like we've been teaching you in these video lessons, there are actions that are crimes and should be treated as such. It is not helpful to think of them as bullying. People who commit these crimes against you deserve to be punished. No one is allowed to cause true damage to your body or property, or even to cause you serious pain. If someone bashes you over the head with a baseball bat or punches you hard in the nose, that is a crime called assault and battery. If someone knocks your computer down and it breaks, that is vandalism. If someone takes your cell phone from you and doesn't return it, that is called theft. They should not get away with such crimes, and they should be made to pay you back for the damage they caused you. It is appropriate to inform the authorities. I need to warn you, though, going to the authorities doesn't automatically make things better. You need to prove that a crime was committed, and that isn't always easy. When the authorities, whether they are police or school administrators, interrogate your alleged attackers, they're likely to deny it and even to blame you. And one thing that is almost certain to happen is that they are going to hate you. That's because one of the meanest things you can do to people is to get them in trouble with the authorities. They're likely to want revenge against you and may do something even worse to you. So, what should you do? Use the golden rule. How would you prefer that they handled the situation? Would you want them to go right away to the authorities, or would you want them to talk to you directly about the problem? Of course, you'd prefer they talk to you directly. And would you prefer that they speak to you angrily and threateningly, or in a calm, friendly manner? The second, of course. So, leave the authorities as a last resort. First, talk to the people who hurt you directly, without anger, as though they are friends who did something wrong rather than enemies who need to be defeated. You may need help to get this started. Maybe you can tell your school principal that you would like to hold a meeting with the people who hurt you, or ask your parents to set up a meeting with the parents of the students who hurt you. When you talk to them, calmly and politely, explain what was done to you and how it hurt you. Then they are more likely to admit what they did and to offer to make it up to you for the harm they caused. If these efforts don't work, let them know that you would hate to get them in trouble, but they may leave you no choice. If they still don't acknowledge what they did to you, then you may need to go to the authorities. Still, don't get angry when you do this. Just let them know that you wish you didn't have to go to the authorities, but you have no choice. Now, what about ordinary repeated physical attacks that aren't really hurting your body, but they are annoying and you feel angry or humiliated? The first thing to ask yourself is, are they angry with you? If so, they may look like bullies to you, but they feel they are your victims. If they're angry, it means they don't like the way you are treating them, so they get back at you by attacking you. Are you giving them dirty looks or insulting them or talking badly about them to other people or threatening them? Are you telling the authorities on them? If you're doing any of these things, from their point of view, you are the bad guy and they feel justified attacking you. So stop doing these things for a week and see what happens. If they stop attacking you because they are no longer angry with you, great. It's most likely, though, that they're pushing you around just for the fun of it. If they're not causing you real pain or injury, and they're not angry, they're just laughing when you get upset, you can be pretty sure that the real reason they do it is because you're getting upset. So don't give them this satisfaction. If you're not hurt, act like nothing happened. They'll respect you more because you're tough, and don't get upset by nonsense. They also won't be having any fun. They'll try some more, but when they see you never get upset, they'll probably just stop. If they nevertheless continue attacking you, or if they are actually causing you pain, don't keep quiet about it. An effective response is to ask them in a calm, curious tone, "Are you mad at me?" This will turn the situation from a physical one into a verbal one. If they aren't mad, they'll realize they'll have no good reason to hit you and will probably stop. If they are mad at you, they'll probably tell you why. Then you can discuss the matter and try to resolve it. But they won't be hitting you, they'll be talking. Remember, the option of going for help is always available to you. But first, try to solve the problem by yourself. If you succeed, you will be proud of yourself and you'll get more respect.
LJ, the golden rule, as you know, is treat others the way you want to be treated. And some people think this doesn't work on physical pushing and shoving. So in this game, I'm going to demonstrate actually how to get out of fights. I want you to give me a push in a second, and I'm going to try to stop you. Don't let me stop you. You really try to pick a fight. Don't worry about hurting me. I have insurance. Okay. All right. All right. So on the count of three, just do whatever comes natural, but try to pick a fight with me. Go.
What? What?
Oh, are you mad at me?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I'm mad at you.
Why, dude? What'd I do?
You're just so annoying.
I'm sorry. I don't want to fight you. You pounce me on the head, I would die. You're so strong.
I guess.
All right, good.
When you're nice, it's just so hard to be mean.
Which is the point, but let's try it again. Let's try it again. Same thing. Do whatever comes natural. Just listen to your gut. Whatever comes natural. Okay. Try to pick a fight with me.
Hey.
Hey, punk.
Don't shove me.
Punk, I'll shove you whenever I want.
You'll shove me whenever you want.
Come on!
Do something! Really?
Okay. Okay, no, seriously. Which time, we played twice, which time would you be more likely to beat me to a bloody pulp? The first time or the second time?
Definitely the second time. When
Why?
you're yelling at me and you have your fist like this, I'm just like,
right.
Okay.
Because you feel like you need to defend yourself. But
right.
Which time would you probably leave me alone and not fight me?
Probably the first time.
Why?
Because you treat me more like a friend than an enemy.
Yeah.
And you follow the golden rule, and it's just so hard to keep being mean to you when you're being nice.
Yeah. Who looked like a huge jerk the first time? Me or you?
Me.
Yeah, you. Everyone would say, why are you pushing around a guy who's not fighting back?
Right.
And that's the point. You cannot fight with someone who won't fight back. That's called abuse. And most kids don't find themselves in an abusive situation. Sometimes they do. And if they do, someone just full on fighting them and they're not doing anything, to wrong, you gotta defend yourself and go to the authorities. But most fights on campus start on the verbal level. Someone says, I hate you. The other person says, I hate you. And they say, I hate your mommy. You say, what'd you say? And then they push, and the other person pushes, and then it goes into all out fight. But when students don't get upset and they treat their enemy like a friend, and they can just take a push or a shove without getting upset, then it diffuses the problem. And that magic question, are you mad at me? Transfers physical aggression to verbal aggression, and now we're talking. So if you want to stay out of fights, simply don't get upset, don't fight back, and just ask, are you mad at me? Some people think, well, man, you're going to look like a wuss, you're going to look passive. Actually, it takes a lot of self-control for me not to haul off and punch you in the face. It actually takes more strength for me not to get upset. So the real strong person is the one that can control their emotions. Make sense?
Awesome.